there. Welcome back to the Nexus. This is where we spotlight our favorite local businesses and highlight some of our brightest stars. I'm Alex. This week, for the first time on that side of the table, we've got our communication director, Taylor Tunnison. Taylor, happy to have you. Going to go through some housekeeping stuff here. Last week, Renee introduced Jennifer Harrelson from Zang Granite. Really great interview. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. We do have some phenomenal offers from Tap on It right now as well. Coming up on expiration, we've got Zeppelin Bar and Grill, Blaze Pizza, and Smashin' It 402. So if you've not had a chance to head out there and take advantage of any of those offers, make sure you do that within the next couple of days. We do also have offers currently from Rockin' Joe, Soap Laundry, Villa Amore, Mary Ellen's, Agave Mexican Grill is a newer one. I think they've got a drink deal. Patty's Pub, Boombox Social, and Dami Dami right now. That one, you get a free beverage with purchase of, I think, a meal.
Yep.
They're newer in town. Definitely an exciting place to check out. So without further ado, welcome again, Taylor. Thanks for joining me today.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. It's exciting to be on this side of the table. I don't know how you feel being on the far side here.
No, yeah, it's a little bit different. In the hot seat.
Yeah.
Usually you'll find me in the back or helping run the show from behind the scenes, but
same.
Being in the spotlight there's nothing like it.
Yep, definitely. Well, and we've had quite a few iterations of the Nexus before we had a chance to interview you. So this one's kind of long overdue, I think.
Right. Yeah. I know people have been asking for it. I've been a requested guest.
It's
for
true.
Quite
It's
some
true.
Time,
Yep.
So happy to oblige the team and the audience and shed some light on who I am and what I do here for True North.
Yeah, awesome. So talk a little bit about what you do here kind of in your day-to-day.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm the communication director, so just about anything that we publish or send out to clients, I make sure to take a look and check it out for grammar errors and spelling mistakes, just sort of make sure the voice is right for the right audience. So a lot of writing, a lot of editing, press releases, and then social media. I handle our social media as well as that for our clients. So Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I'll write some articles from time to time for our clients as well. So a wide variety of things, anything word related, anything message oriented is definitely my priority here. So.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a nickname around the office because he's got to deal with so much tagging and hashtags on Instagram. We call him the Tagger King.
That's me.
He loves and hates it.
Yeah.
So
better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. There are worse nicknames to have.
Right.
So how'd you get started with True North Technologies?
Yeah, so I've been here about a year full time.
Awesome.
I started kind of as an intern helping Renee out here and there. So I met her through the Focus Suites, through SCC. My grandmother, Kathy Leverett, I'll give her a shout out. She used to be a coach here, a business coach, and while I was finishing up my last year at UNL, we had a class project for a business communication class, and you had to choose a local organization and go and interview 3 people from the leadership, so CEO or anybody in a decision-making position. And so I chose the Focus Suites because I kind of already had an in. So I interviewed my grandmother as well as Brooke Lenhoff. She's the assistant director right now. And then the past director, Steve Boers, I also interviewed him.
Right.
And sort of collected a bunch of data and made a report and presented it to the class. So I got introduced through Kat and then sort of met Renee through back channels. We have plenty of businesses here who not all of them are hiring, but Renee just was getting her feet under her and getting off the ground, and I think I was her 3rd employee.
Okay.
Because we had Dylan first, and then Alex James, our first creative director, and then myself. And so it was just sort of right place at the right time kind of thing. And, I was looking for something better than landscaping because no college graduate should be mowing lawns. But
I'd imagine the air conditioning was a nice change of pace.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, we keep it pretty chilly around here too. So it's very good. So happy to be here. And it's been a wild ride, a wonderful journey. Every day is different. But I'm so thankful for Renee and so grateful to be a part of this team, and can't wait to see what the future has in store for us.
Awesome. So you mentioned going to UNL. You're working with kind of within your degree. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I wasn't quite sure, most kids heading into college and graduating, not entirely precisely sure what they want to do. And I was the same way. So I actually started at SCC and took some classes here and there, studied a little bit of religion and logic and art, psychology, a lot of psychology. And when I transferred to UNL, I was planning on pursuing a degree in engineering.
Okay.
But for those of you out there who don't know anything about math or science or engineering programs, they're very hard, very rigorous, tough to maintain a social life. And as you know,
a GPA.
Well, absolutely, yes. And I was woefully underprepared. So I made the transition to communication studies and psychology minor, and I love people, so it was right up my alley. And any excuse to talk or explore ideas or research different things from different industries. I'm super grateful to be able to use my skills that I've learned and my abilities and put them to the test. And each and every day I'm learning new things and sort of stepping outside of my comfort zone. We have a wide variety of clients here, from healthcare industry to insurance to IT, and so I really get to sort of flex my mental muscles on a daily basis and adapt my messaging and my voice to fit the audience and fit the platform, and it's really rewarding.
Definitely.
To be able to do that.
Well, and you're not just a run-of-the-mill copywriter by any means either, because you've got, I think, this, deep interest in anything that you could possibly learn. I think our clients really benefit from your willingness and desire to maybe step out of your comfort zone, learn about something new, take on that knowledge to sort of become an authority on their behalf to be able to write and speak intelligently about these really industry-specific topics that are going to ultimately serve their business, whether it be through website copy, through SEO blogging, through social media content. So definitely really grateful that you're able to leverage some of your natural abilities to best serve our clients. I know they're grateful too.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really been cool to see our client base grow, and we've taken on more projects and more challenging projects as well. A huge shout out to Dylan. He's always killing it as far as apps and websites go. But the SEO is just it's the same side of the same coin, different side. It's a equal component of the website process. So being able to find really specific information, keyword targeting, I know that's something that you're very well versed in, and then writing to a topic, writing to a subject. It's almost like you get a prompt in school, and you only have an hour or so to write this, because of course we're trying to be as efficient as possible while delivering quality content, and so managing that and keeping the balance it's kind of an art, and I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
That's neat. Well, what do you do outside of your role here at True North? I know Franz Antoine mentioned briefly that you do a little fire spinning. He saw you at Party in the Garden.
Yep. So that's kind of my side gig. I'm a lot of fun at parties, or so I'm told. So yeah, if you need an entertainer at a live event, hit me up. But other than that, I've got a large family here in Lincoln. I'm the oldest of 6, so I like to see my little rascal siblings every now and then, check in with the family. We just celebrated Grandma's 77th birthday or something like that. It's super wild. I also play hockey a couple times a month. We just have a drop-in league down at Breslow. I've been playing hockey for about 10, 12 years, so it's a nice, change of pace. It's a nice release. Stress reliever. I like to stay active, biking, roughhousing with the kids. I love technology, so in my spare time I enjoy checking out the latest trends, cryptocurrency, video games, all that sort of thing. So anything new and exciting and innovative in the tech field, I'm all for. So I get a lot of that around here.
Yeah, definitely. Well, on the hockey front, too, we recently just launched the mobile app for the Lincoln Stars hockey team here locally. Definitely check it out in your Google Play or Apple App Store. Taylor had the unique privilege. We have a commercial running at their games. He's actually the voiceover on that. So that was definitely cool to see. We had a team outing recently for their home opener game on the 1st, and we got a couple couple weird looks after we cheered very loudly for the commercial that I don't know that anybody else was paying as much attention as we were, but it's a good time.
That was really rewarding, and we worked with Derek Sassman.
Yes.
We've also had him on the show.
Yep. Star City Skies, awesome. If you need video editing, I believe it is drone footage as well. He's worked on a couple projects for us that are kind of coming to fruition here. He's a great guy to know.
Absolutely. Yeah, big shout out to Derek. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, definitely. So you said you've been here for a year-ish at True North. What kinds of changes, shifts have you seen, other than maybe just the obvious, the team's growing, those kind of things? Yeah,
so the team is definitely growing. So when I started originally, there was only maybe 4 of us. And so we started with 1 or 2 offices, and now we have 5 or 6.
Yeah, something like that.
So we've doubled our amount of offices. We've essentially doubled our staff. But other than that, the services, when we first started, it was mostly websites and mobile apps. And that's great, but something that we really pride ourselves on here at True North is cutting edge, being ahead of the curve, and giving our clients something that they can't quite get anywhere else.
Definitely.
And that's been incredibly fun and rewarding to work on these different projects, from SEO to social media. We've got our first webinar coming up tomorrow for Tap On It. And I was here for the Tap On It launch, helped get that up and running. That's been really cool, and we've handed it off to Abby, and she's just killing it as well.
Definitely.
And then it's like we launch a new service every quarter or something like that.
Yeah, it feels that way.
Yeah, no, it really does. So we've got, text message marketing now. Social media management is really blowing up too. We've got some new clients coming on, as well as just general SEO content. I'm writing for new clients every month, which is just super. It's challenging at times, but it's super rewarding and fulfilling to be able to, step into a role and use my skills and abilities and really deliver the best content that I think we can.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. Well, I think we're wrapping up here. Do you have any final message you'd like to share with the audience? It's kind of a signature Taylor interviewer question that I now get to ask you.
Absolutely. So, I hate to beat a dead horse, but we really need to come together as a community, as a society, as a people. It's so easy to be sort of against the grain and really vocal about things that everybody has opinions, but I think finding common ground these days, it's something that it's half the reason why we do this show, is to give local business owners and community leaders an opportunity to reach out and connect and really share the human side, the interpersonal side. And I know, we've heard this from different guests here, but I think that just goes to show that we really need to respond to the human element. We need to get back to, face-to-face, in-person. Digital is great, but there's really no substitute for in-person meetings, communication. We learned in school that over 90% of communication is nonverbal.
Right.
So it doesn't matter how many emails you send. It doesn't matter how many texts or social media posts. If you're not connecting directly with local friends, family, community leaders, it's all about coming together and finding common ground.
Yeah.
So I think while it's fun to disagree and it's fun to cause a little chaos now and then and to really stand up for things that you think are important, absolutely stand up, but don't forget that there are people just like you and me out there, and it's been a struggle, and we're getting through this together, but I really think we need to be just be empathetic and be humble and realize that everybody's struggling with something. You don't necessarily know what's going on in people's lives, so be gracious, smile, say hello to someone, give them a compliment, just go above and beyond and really come back to human human-oriented communication.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
that's
Be
what I
good
got.
to each other.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining me,
Yeah.
Taylor. This was a treat to be able to interview you here.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for joining us, everyone. Like Taylor mentioned, we do have a webinar tomorrow. We've got the links in a recent social media post. We can definitely drop the link in the comments here as well of the live, so you can get registered for that. That takes place at noon tomorrow. Thanks again so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next week.